Welcome. My name is Ethan Goddard, and I'll be your instructor for this course, The History of Earth and Life. I teach part-time at St. Pete College, primarily online, and I really enjoy it. I absolutely love it. In fact, but during the day, or my normal job is at the University of South Florida College of Marine Science in downtown St. Petersburg, where I direct an analytical facility that is involved in a wide variety of Earth system research, all the way from oil spill contaminant geochemistry related to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill that occurred in 2010. We do some marine resource assessment and fisheries ecology, which means we study the migratory and ecological habits of fish, which is important not only to the Florida's economy and the Gulf region's economy, but also as an important world food source. The analytical facility I direct also is involved in something called paleooceanography, or deep time paleooceanography, where we study the chemical and geologic and biological history of the ocean system all the way back to millions and tens and hundreds of millions of years ago. And we study it close to home, both in the Gulf of Mexico as well as further afield in the Southern Ocean of around Antarctica, Northern Pacific, etc. My career allows me to stay pretty current with a lot of the aspects of Earth system science research, and I will try to bring new and cutting-edge knowledge, breaking scientific news, as it were, into the course as frequently as possible. In fact, my ultimate goal of this course is to convince at least a few of you to pursue further academic training in the field. In geoscience, which is a general term for Earth system science, geoscience, careers offer incredible opportunities for travel, adventure. They're usually well compensated, and you have the potential to help others and the planet. But back to the specifics of this course. I've designed this course over the past several years and continually improved it to give you a broad spatial and temporal understanding of our home planet, Earth. This course will explore how the Earth has evolved through time and how the organisms that inhabit the Earth have evolved also through time, or along with it. But a little bit more specifically, we're going to examine how the evolution of the Earth has in fact influenced the evolution of organisms that inhabit it. But more interestingly, perhaps, we'll examine how the evolution of the organisms that inhabit the Earth have actually influenced the evolution of the physical Earth itself. By the end of this course, my hope is that you will have an awareness of the complexity inherent in the study of the Earth's past, present, and future, and you also possess the fundamental knowledge that is required to grasp and more importantly, contribute to the current and intense debates regarding global climate change and evolution. This course will cover material rapidly. It's expected that all students will maintain currency with the material, that is, stay on schedule, including the assigned text chapters, discussions, and projects. I've been teaching at St. Pete College for more than a decade, and have observed that students, no matter how comfortable or uncomfortable they are with science in general, the students that tend to succeed in my courses are the ones that stay on schedule. Online courses require self-discipline, and I hope that you all get off to a quick start and that you stay on schedule and finish strong. But remember, my primary responsibility is to guide you towards success in this course. I take this responsibility incredibly seriously, and I encourage you to contact me as soon as possible whenever you have a content or policy-related question or problem, or you have a circumstantial situation that may affect your ability to succeed. With that in mind, I do expect all students to take the ultimate responsibility for their own learning and success. It's my job to help you find your way. You'll succeed in this course only if you stay on schedule and work diligently and honestly to complete the reading, assignments, projects, and exams. I find the subject matter incredibly fascinating. I mean, it's what I do day in and day out, and I hope to share that with you. I think it really has the potential to blow your mind if you let it. So do yourself a favor and engage with the material that will be presented in this course with a willingness to be amazed. Whether you're a veteran of online courses or relatively new, I hope you find the content engaging. But I also hope you find it efficiently organized so that you can follow your own path toward a deeper understanding of the past, present, future of our planet. Feel free to, at any time, send me an email or contact me with constructive criticism. Usually the best kind of criticism I find, and I love criticism as long as it's logical, rational, and constructive. Anything regarding the course, whether it's format, structure, or content, feel free to let me know your opinions. I love to hear opinions of students, and oftentimes when somebody makes a suggestion for an area of improvement, I'll adopt it. So once you finish watching this welcome video, which goes on for another 15 minutes or so, please review the content in the syllabus and course information module. If you're new to online courses or this learning management system in general, please review the material in the module titled Start Here. The St. Petersburg College IT department loads that module into all courses, and it's designed to help new students or students wishing for a refresher, to give them some basic guidelines, orientation. It provides tutorials on the basic functions of the LMS. It's a good idea to move through that module first so you gain familiarity with the LMS and the course software. After that, go on to the syllabus and course information module. Now the course syllabus and course information module, which contains the syllabus as well as a calendar, some documentation about the St. Petersburg College academic honesty policy, guidelines on plagiarism, some information about proctored online exams, is critically important. Anytime you have a policy or schedule related question, please refer back to that folder before contacting me. But the important part for now is that you read that material in that folder mindfully and try to absorb it. In order to unlock the rest of the course, that is all the content for the course, you'll need to score a perfect score on the syllabus and course information quiz. But don't worry, you'll be able to take that quiz as many times as you need to get that perfect grade. It's the only quiz in the course that you can take multiple times. All the other quizzes and exams, you only have one attempt. But that first syllabus and course information quiz you can take multiple times, but you might as well only take it once and get that perfect grade by really concentrating on the information in that syllabus and course information file. Most of the questions in that quiz are not detail oriented. They're general policy related, like whether you can take the final exam from your comfort of your own home or whether you have to go into the St. Pete College testing center, or it's that kind of general stuff. So if you read over the information mindfully once or twice, you'll get it and you'll do fine in the quiz. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to switch over to a different view and give you a brief tour of how the course is organized. Thanks for listening. Whenever you log into the course, this is the first page you'll see. This is the course homepage. On this page you have two main what are called widgets, updates up here and news, which is over here. New and current and pending announcements will often be in the news section. Updates is where you'll find information about what assignments you still need to complete, that type of thing. Most of the course content is in the lessons section, but we'll quickly jump over to calendar first. So I'm clicking on the calendar link here, and we have calendar. You can look in agenda view, day, week, month, or list view. Please use the calendar frequently, although there is two other alternative ways of knowing when assignments are due. I prefer the list view. It just kind of gives me a list, chronological order of the items that are coming up, pending, either past due, pending, or coming up in the future. But like I said, most of the content is going to be in the lessons. That's where you spend most of your time, in addition to communications. But lessons are right here. And the screen you'll see when you log into the course. If you're logging into the course for the first time, you still have to complete the syllabus and course information quiz, which is in the week 1 attendance requirement. However, once you unlock the course content, you'll see this larger screen with lots of different things. But anyway, if you're brand new to online learning, please start here in the My Courses tutorials. If you click on it, open it up, you'll go through a series of tutorials that will show you basically how to use the online learning system at St. Petersburg College. St. Petersburg College Instructional Technology has inserted into all courses this quick and easy link when you need to get in touch with an instructor using the D2L email tool. This is what you click. You click it and it will bring up an email that allows you to, or brings up a window that allows you to select the instructor and send an email. So it brings me up, email Ethan Goddard. You'll see once you click that button, an email message or a compose window comes up, and you can enter and send your message, or record and send your message. I usually navigate, or we recommend that you navigate, students navigate over using this left-hand panel. You can always go back to the table of contents. You'll notice that these markers here indicate how many outstanding items a student needs to cover or review in order to progress through the content in the course. You can see we have this entire window is opened up. To close it back up, my course, just click on the banner zone and it will close that up. The syllabus and course information is a folder that I'd like you to refer to often. Not only does it contain the course syllabus in HTML form, as well as a downloadable and printable PDF, it also contains information such as, stepping back, the syllabus file is critical that you read and review in the first week of the course, and refer to it any other time you are confused about a course policy or a process. If you ever have a question, please try to review the syllabus or find the answer to the syllabus in find the answer in the syllabus or the course FAQ before emailing the instructor, but please don't hesitate to email me if you can't find the information you need. Going back to the table of contents. Also in the course syllabus and course information module, there's a printable calendar for the course, which is different than the calendar tool in the LMS. This is something you're free to print out. It basically summarizes all the important information for the course. The content module deadlines, project deadlines, oops, got to load up here, the exam information, etc., etc. Going back to syllabus and course information, in addition to those important things, there's a course FAQ, a page that everybody needs to review very early in the course, which is the proctored exam information. Online eCampus science courses, students are required to take midterms and finals in an online in a proctored environment, which means you have to go into a St. Pete College campus to take the exam or make alternative arrangements for a proctored environment. That is using either the ProctorU service, which has a fee that's the responsibility of the student. It's not a lot, maybe $22, I think. In addition, other options include using an alternative proctoring setting or a proctoring site at an organization or institution that has a reciprocal proctoring agreement with St. Petersburg College. All of the information for proctored exams is in this page. Please don't contact me the night before the midterm or even the week before the midterm and say you don't really know what's going on and you can't take the exam because you didn't understand the policies. In order to pass the syllabus and course information quiz, you have to acknowledge that you understand the testing situation, the testing rules and regulations, and that you agree to adhere to them. Please review this page. Further on down in the syllabus and course information page is the St. Petersburg College Academic Honesty Policy. Everybody needs to read that. There's a page of links for eCampus and D2L, Desire to Learn LMS help links. There's a section on plagiarism, defined, examined, and avoided. I find it surprising how often students plagiarize answers in their assignments. Please take it upon yourselves to review the information on this page and avoid getting yourself in a sticky situation of academic dishonesty and fraud. This course often has a lot of students who are concerned about their grades because it is a difficult course. I grade the course using a curve that is numerical averages, numerical scores are oftentimes much lower than you'd expect for a particular grade. The grading protocol for this course is explained in detail on this page. Please take a moment to review it so that you understand why in this course oftentimes a 75 or even a 70 is a B in this course, and maybe an 87 or an 88 is a solid A. It's not graded on a strict numerical scale. There is a discussion board at the very bottom of this page that you can use to post questions or answers about content or problems, technical problems with the Angel, or sorry, with the D2L LMS. That's it for that page. Let's go back to the table of contents. Moving further down from the table of contents, there are two attendance requirement assignments that are due in the beginning or by the end of the first week, and then again by the end of the second week. Students will not see these requirements, or they won't see these two particular folders until the week in which they're due. So if you're logging in early, you won't see these sheets or these modules, and if you're logging in week 1, you will not see the module for week 2. So don't freak out. It'll show up when it's supposed to show up. Basically, there are assignments that need to be done in order for students to conform to the St. Petersburg College attendance requirement. That is, the students must attend courses or classes during the first 2 weeks in order to remain on the roster. Students who fail to complete these attendance requirements are automatically withdrawn from the course. It's not my decision. It's a decision of the registrar's computer registration system, and it's per St. Petersburg College policy. So please pay attention to those. Moving on down, the basic structure of the course is based around what are called modules, that is content modules. For example, Module 1, which has a due date of, in this case, September 7th, 2014. You'll see that in that module there's basically a module and then a quiz. The quiz is what's really due by the deadline. The module contains a lot of information that you should, or that all students should review and refer back to, both before, during, and after reading the corresponding textbook chapters. Let's take a look at what a content module looks like. Content module is pretty straightforward. It gives you an overview of what the assigned reading is for that module. Then goes in with an introduction about what you might expect to learn and read about in those text chapters. Scrolling on down, it highlights what are really fundamentally important concepts in that in those text chapters. Gives you some ideas of what the key concepts and questions you might want to pay very close attention to and perhaps ask yourself as you read the content. Focuses again on the big picture. What are the really big ideas that translate to other areas of the course and other areas of Earth system research? That is, what are the foundational and fundamental ways of thinking and principles that underlie the content in this chapter, but that also relate it to other content in the course. The module also contains insight and guidance on what the really fundamentally important graphics are in your textbook, and gives you some links to outside resources, alternative resources that might help you understand the material a little bit more. And lastly, there's sometimes a FAQ, or frequently asked questions, section at the bottom of a module, which gives me a chance to put in content and explanations of content that other students in past courses have been confused or curious about. Go back to the table of contents. So that's a representative of a content module. Let's look at a discussion forum. Discussions, there are 3 required discussions in this course. Discussions basically have a read this first page, which gives you the information about the scope of the discussion as well as the guidelines for your discussion posts. And then there's an actual forum for that discussion. So in the read this first section, it gives you an introduction, guidelines, grading rubric, as well as resources that you either are required or that are optional for your view. Usually there's a link to those resources. If a link fails to open up, for example, if it's a video, make it a habit of doing a command or control click on that link to open it up in a new window. The D2L system doesn't like YouTube links because there's a security issue with them, so they are prevented from opening up within the browser. So if a link isn't working when you click on it and you just want to click on it and open it within your current LMS window, you might try an option, Command or Control click. Command if you're a Mac user, Control if you're a PC user. Next section in the discussion is the overview. It gives you a general sense of how to approach it. And then I put in some what are called catalyst questions. Those are questions that should spark your thinking, catalyze or jumpstart some questions in your own mind about the reading or the resources that you're viewing, and catalyze some thought that ultimately will go into your post. Going back to the table of contents, we'll look at a project, and then we'll look at one of the exam folders. A representative project in this course, we'll look at Project 1. Again, there's a folder of or a topic called instructions. That's usually a read this first type of thing, where you open up the instructions to find out what you're going to do, and that's before you go to the Submit Answers Here link. You don't want to submit your answers if you don't know what the project is. Again, they're organized very logically with an introduction, a set of resources for you to activate or review. Those can be readings in PDF format or online articles. They can be videos or conceptual kind of experimental things. And then it gives you an assignment with the series of questions that are going to be located in the Submit Answers Here zone. I recommend that students write the answers to their questions in a text editor or word processor, like Microsoft Word or TextEdit or WordPad, something like that, where they can craft their answers and then paste them into the Submit Answers Here field that accompanies or that is in each project module. Lastly, let's look at, say, the midterm exam folder. And the reason I want to point that out is that there's always going to be an information page for the midterm and the final, which gives details about when the exam is, where the locations are, or how it's a reminder of that you must take it in a proctored environment. Gives you a sense of what you can bring with you. All the exams in this course, the final and the midterm, are closed book. You may not bring a book, you may not bring notes, you may not bring outside materials to the exam center. Quizzes, on the other hand, the quizzes that accompany each content module are open book. Those are taken from the comfort of your own home or location. Gives some guidance on how to prepare for the midterm, and it refers to a midterm exam study guide, or in the final exam information page, it would refer to the final exam study guide. The exam study guides are PDF format, and they are looks like this one is locked. I can't open it up. Anyway, these are PDF guidelines or PDF format documents that contain basically a topic list that you should use to focus your studying. If it's not on the topic list, it's not going to be on the exam, is a good rule of thumb. The exams, the final and the midterm, are much different than the quizzes. The quizzes are designed to really make sure and verify that students are being exposed or exposing themselves to the content. Rather, they're pretty much impossible to do with the time constraints if you haven't already read the book, the assigned text chapters for that particular module, because they're based on really, really small details. The quizzes, again, are open book, so students who have read the material are going to find that as long as they keep that book right next to them during the quiz, they will be able to read the question, flip right to the place in the book where the answer is, and find that little tiny detail and get it into the answer field in time, and complete all of the questions on a quiz. Students who do not read the material ahead of time, who just basically wing it, open the quiz, open their book, and hope to get it right, will probably run out of time because they won't have the ability to find the answers quick enough and understand what the questions are asking in order to complete that exam in time. The final and the midterm exam, on the other hand, are not super detail oriented. They're really big picture, broad concepts. So the study guides really outline what students should cover and what they should review in order to prepare for those exams. That about sums it up. So hopefully this welcome video hasn't taken too much of your time. Hopefully you will get off to a good start. Remember, stay on schedule. Contact me anytime you have a problem, either content or policy related. If you notice technical glitches with any of the content or material or aspects of the course, please let me know as soon as possible so they can fix them. Course LMSs have a habit of every term showing up with new glitches and new bugs that students discover. But it's important that I get a chance to fix those quickly so that the course isn't compromised. Thanks for listening, and good luck in the course.